All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a tool from Google that could totally change the game for how you manage, understand, and even create from your own information. We're looking at NotebookLM, your personal AI knowledge assistant. So before we get to the solution, let's talk about the problem. And it's a problem I'm sure pretty much everyone listening has felt. It's that feeling of being completely swamped by our own stuff. I mean, does this hit home for you? It doesn't matter if you're a student, a researcher, a writer, you've been there. You're just buried, trying to keep your head above water in this, digital ocean of your own files, notes, and research. And that struggle, it shows up in so many frustrating ways, right? It's that feeling of just constant information overload. It's knowing you read a key fact somewhere, but you have no idea where to find it. It's the hours you waste trying to boil down dense reports, or just that mental exhaustion from trying to connect ideas that are spread across like a dozen different apps and files. It's just not a great way to work. But what if there was a better way? Imagine having a smart assistant who's an expert, but, and this is the key part, only on your stuff. Well, that is exactly the role NotebookLM is built for. So what is it really? Think of it as a smart virtual notebook, but with one absolutely game-changing feature. Unlike other AIs that scan the whole internet, NotebookLM's knowledge is grounded only in the documents and sources that you give it. It becomes an expert exclusively on your world of information. And that's why it's so much more than a search engine. It really is like your own personal knowledge lab. You bring in the raw materials, your docs. You run the experiments by asking questions. And NotebookLM helps you find all the incredible insights that are hiding inside. Now, this difference is super important. With NotebookLM, its entire universe is the documents you give it. That means the answers it gives are based on your facts, and it even gives you citations so you can check its work. It's a totally private workspace. On the other hand, you have the general AI chatbots that pull from the huge, messy, open internet. They can sometimes hallucinate, which just means they make stuff up, and your conversations with them might be used for training. NotebookLM keeps your knowledge yours, and it keeps it reliable. Okay, so it sounds powerful, right? But is it complicated to use? The answer is not at all. The whole process is designed to be incredibly simple and intuitive. It really just boils down to this easy 3-step workflow. First, you create a notebook, which is basically just a project folder. Step 2, you add your sources. Upload PDFs, link to your Google Docs, or even just copy and paste text right in. And third, you just start talking to it. Ask it questions. It's like having a conversation with an expert on your own stuff. And once you get going, you realize you're not just organizing your notes a bit better. You're basically unlocking a whole set of what I can only call research superpowers. For instance, instant summaries. Imagine you upload a dense 50-page research paper. Instead of spending hours reading it, you can just ask for a summary and get it in seconds. And crucially, that summary comes with citations that point you to the exact page in the document so you can trust what it's telling you and dig deeper if you want. But it's more than just summaries. It becomes an expert on your whole project. You can ask it to find specific dates or names or data points. You can have it explain complicated concepts to you in simple terms. You can even ask it to compare ideas across several different documents at the same time. And every single answer is reliably linked right back to your source. It also acts like a creative partner. You know how we all have those messy meeting notes or just raw research? You can feed all that unstructured info to NotebookLM and ask it to brainstorm. It helps you turn those scattered thoughts into actual concrete ideas for articles or presentations. It's a real game changer. And finally, it helps you beat that dreaded blank page. You can literally ask NotebookLM to draft content for you. Need to write a professional email to your team summarizing the latest findings? Just ask. It'll pull the key info from your documents and put it into a clear, solid draft that's ready for you to polish up and send. So when you put all of these pieces together, you start to realize this isn't just another tool. It's really a peek into a new way of working with our own information. It's about the future of how we know things. And this, right here, is the main takeaway. NotebookLM isn't here to replace your intelligence, it's here to augment it. It frees you up from all the tedious work of finding and connecting things, and that lets you become the real architect of your knowledge, focusing on the big picture thinking that truly matters. So I'll just leave you with this question to chew on. If you had an AI that perfectly understood every note, every article, and every single document you've ever saved, what's the very first thing you would ask it? What big problem would you finally be able to solve? What idea would you finally bring to life?